So what we're going to do is focus a small bit on this video just for the pigeon and the modified pigeon, just for people to refine the technique really, because we haven't spent that much around it. This is a go-to exercise for a lot of people when it comes to glute stretching and stuff like that. It's not the be-all and end-all to get your glute to loosen out. It's a version of working the glute. It would be considered a static stretch. A lot of people like it, and as you know, your glute fibers will run across from here across, and some of them up like this, connecting into your lower back. So you know, it's a good spot to work on, as it does complement your lower back, and a tight glute will influence what happens in the lower back, and vice versa. So but anyway, I'll stop blabbing and we'll go into the guts of this tutorial. So what we're going to do is go into the pigeon, okay, in your push-up position like this, bringing the knee in front of your chest, okay. And what we see a lot of people is like they're very open through the front here, okay. So what you want to do is you want to get up into that push-up position, square off the hip. So turn that left hip around the corner here in this instance, and then drop down into that movement. Is that okay? So you're staying high, square through the hips, and lowering down into that movement. So that's very much important, because what happens if I go from the side on, if you were to drop down this way, you're not actually getting the stretch that you need. So being square through here, you're getting a bit of a loaded stretch through the glute. Then you can add in the rotation. Okay, so that connects from that posterior oblique spleen from your glute across your lower back up to the opposite shoulder, and even exaggerate that reach over there like that, and then you're getting a bigger stretch through that system. Okay, and then obviously you're going to compare that side to side. So back onto the left here, square off the hip. This one isn't as happy doing this movement. I can feel it straight away. Drop down into it, and down we go, and back up. Okay, reach across, so you pre-tighten everything across the back into the glute, then drop down, and there we get a little bit of a kick out of the back. Okay, no props. So that's basics on that stuff. Then you kind of merge or bridge towards the 90-90 sequences. You can go up to that position. So right angle here at the knee, back leg back behind you, and this is a very tough position to get to. So ideally what we're looking for is this knee on the ground, hips square and dropping down. And look, we're not all gymnasts and stuff like that. We're just trying to keep mobile and tick all the boxes, because a pigeon stretch versus this stretch is different parts of your hip and your glute. So what we can do is you can put a block underneath here, a foam roll of towel, but I like to make the fist like this underneath the knee, okay? So it gives a bit of slack. Then you've got your right hand supporting here, square off the hips, drop down into it, and back up again. So you're getting that deep rotator stretch on the back of the hip, okay? Drop down, and back up again. It's a lot more manageable than when it's down here, okay? Or then when you do it this way, because that ankle just gets smashed into the mat and it's a bit uncomfortable. So this way is much more manageable, and you can also get that rotation through it. Okay? Drop down and up. Okay. So you get the idea there. Let's swap into the side. This one doesn't like this movement too much. You'll see the difference straight away. That knee is up in the air miles. Okay, so I'm going to put that fist down here. I have to do a lot more work here on this side now. So here's a workshop in the making. Let's see how much I can get out of this. Fist down here, drop down into it. That's 3. So that left hip is wound up really, really tight on this side here. I'm in the stretch. I use my breath. In and out. And back up again. and down again. A lot going on there in that movement, but it's definitely thawing out straight away. So check that out between sides, please. Right angle position. That's much easier on that side for me. Most people have a little bit of difference between sides. Guys will be much tighter on this than ladies. Ladies will be much more flexible naturally. And I'm feeling all that around the back of the hip there. You could feel it into your lower back. That's a little bit of stuff to be working on in your own time. Okay, it's an exercise, as I said, people like to do a lot. So give that a go. And yeah, just ask any questions in the group really, because this is where you can tune into these finer details. Stay tuned.